Welcome back to the channel, my brothers. My name is Andy R, and today I want to talk to you about how to change your life for the better. So let's get into the video. So I want to change your life for the better. That's pretty much why I set this channel up. I set it up because I wanted to make a positive influence to try and change men to think better, to make better choices in their lives. Because so many of us have been led down a rabbit hole, a dead end, a cul-de-sac of thought that becomes negative. We start thinking we can't do things instead of how can we do that thing. Now, the thumbnail said how to change your life. Now I could say to you, go out and do something horrendously bad and your life will change. I've changed your life if you followed that piece of my opinion, but for the worst. No, this video is about how to improve your life. And it's so simple that it's going to blow your mind. How many times have you said to yourself, oh, I've got to go to work tomorrow, I better get some sleep, oh dear, yeah, I've got to get up early because I've got to go to work, and oh, I've got to do those 8, oh, I've got to do that report, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do that. So how negative that sounded. There's nothing to look forward to there at all, is there? But if you changed I've got to I get to, it all changes. That tiny little change in your thought process will completely change your outlook on life. So instead of I've got to go to work tomorrow, how about I get to go to work tomorrow? You see, if you hadn't got a job, the very first thing you'd want to do is to be finding some way to earn money, to get a job. You get to be employed. You get to go to work. You get to earn money, and then you can really change your life. You can really focus on things that you want to do. Let's be honest, most of us go to work to earn money. It's not a career, it's not life-changing, we do it as a necessity for the money. The money is the end goal, because with the money we can do things that we like doing. We use that money for our hobbies, our pastimes, our family, our social life, our dating life. We use that money to improve our life, even if it's just to pay the bills and put food on the table. That are the basics that we aim for, but to do it we need the money. So you get to go to work, you get to earn the money, you get to do the things that actually interest you. Instead of I've got to, it's a negative mindset. And if you just shift your mind slightly to I get to do something. Well, I've got a daughter, and the amount of times I caught myself, because she doesn't drive, so I get a phone call, Dad, can you pick me up from my boyfriend's, or can you pick me up from the train station, or can you pick me up from work? And my woman will say, where are you going? Oh, I've got to go and pick our daughter up. What I should be saying is I get to go and pick my daughter up, because we always have a laugh when we're together. When she gets in the car, she'll tell me about things that have happened in a day, and it's usually interesting. She doesn't tell me boring stuff. She talks about the highlights of her day. She tells me about things that have gone on in her personal life. You know, oh, this happened with her, and we did this, and we just start laughing, and we bounce off each other. We've got a very similar sense of humour, and by the time we get home, we've both been laughing our heads off, and it's usually an enjoyable experience. Sometimes she'll come with something that is not so negative, and she's looking for Dad for a bit of guidance, like, you know, how should I deal with this, or, you know, how, but we can still keep it light. So instead of I've got to go and pick her up, I get to go and pick her up. She's my child. Why would I not want to get with my child and have great conversations with her? My child, when she was first born, looked at me as though I was God, because to her I was. I had the power of life and death in my hands. If I neglected her, she would wither on the vine. She would probably wither away because I didn't feed her, or didn't change her clothes, didn't keep her warm, didn't love her, didn't make her feel loved. I got to do that. So early on in every child's life, they look at their parents, mother and father, that you are God. You literally have the power of life and death over them. Instead of I've got to pick my kids up, how about I get to pick my kids up? They're my kids. They're my kids. I get to pick them up. I get to be that figure in their life where they look at you as though, oh, you're Superman. I get to. You see a small change in your perception, and all of a sudden life becomes positive and not full of negatives. I've just recently started swimming again because, I piled on a few pounds, and I thought to myself, I want to get fit again. I want to get back in shape. So, I'm going to go swimming. Now, I could have said, tomorrow I've got to go swimming because it's an obligation I've put upon myself to get myself healthier. So I've got to do it. Instead of I get to go swimming. I love swimming. I really enjoy it. It's great exercise, it's low impact, and it uses every muscle in your body, including your lungs. Taking that deep breath into your lungs as you come up from the water. And I get to do that. The water supports you. It's like I say, it's low impact. It's a great form of exercise. And I get to do that. No, I've got to do it because I've got to get fit. Nobody's twisting my arm. Nobody's forcing me to do this. And so many of us get into this negative mindset. We look at the world around us and it's, I've got to get food tomorrow. Instead of, I've got to get food tomorrow. Instead of, I get to get food. I get to choose what I get to eat. I go shopping and pick what I like. I get to go shopping instead of I've got to go shopping. Just that small, tiny change in your mindset will change your life for the better because it puts you in a positive mindset. It puts you in a positive state of mind. It makes you look forward to doing things instead of I've got to do things. And it's so tiny, so small. But don't you find in life those little changes are the ones that sometimes bring the biggest benefits to us? Do you know why so many New Year's resolutions fail? On New Year's Eve, people make all of these grand plans and resolutions. It's the same reason. It's that negativeness. It's that I'm denying myself something. People usually focus on the negative and therefore they fail. Because who wants to be negative? Who wants to be thought of as a failure? Until in the end people no longer make New Year's resolutions because they think, well, I'm only going to fall down, I'm only going to quit on it. First, you've already identified that there is a problem part of your life that you want to improve. That's what New Year's resolution is you've looked at your life in the last year and you've realised that to improve your life you have to resolve the problem. That's what a resolution is. You're resolving the problem from the year before and taking it to the next year that not to make those same mistakes. But so many people fall down on it. So for instance, it's like the New Year's resolution, I need to lose weight. See? Not I get to lose weight. I get to make myself healthier. I get to feel better in my own skin because I have more energy, because I'm not carrying around pounds and pounds and pounds of weight I don't need. Just that small change. People find, I've got to stop smoking. It's not good for me. I know it's bad for my health. Instead of, I get to stop smoking, I get to live a healthier life, I get to not smell like an ashtray. I used to be a smoker and I quit. So it's doable. And how did I quit? Because I changed my mindset that little bit. I just said to myself, I get to reward my body by doing what's best for my body. I'm rewarding myself, not denying myself. And this is the mindset as well. When I get to do something instead of I've got to do something, it's you're rewarding yourself. And as soon as you decide that you're rewarding yourself, you don't feel like you're denying yourself something. Tiny little change in the thought process. But you know what? It's one of the hardest things to do. That tiny change is super hard, because if you've been in that negative mindset for so long, so many years, all of a sudden getting that positive mindset, it takes time and it takes effort, but you can do it. So I wanted to give you this little piece, this little nugget. Just make that tiny change in your life. I get to do something instead of I've got to do something. I can pretty much guarantee you'll find your lives a lot better. You get to improve your life. Not got to improve your life. Carry on as you are. But if you're not happy, you get to improve it. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, if you've clicked on this just to hear what I had to say and you got something from it, hit the subscribe button. I have great content all the time that I'm trying to give out so that you, my brothers out there, can have a better life. And to do that, watching these videos won't hurt. So hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing and it does help grow the channel. At the very least, please give it a like. Like I say, it helps and it costs you nothing. So you get to watch my videos and you get new information and you get to change your life. Doesn't that sound a lot better than I've got to? My name's Andy R. I'm going for a cup of tea because, well, I think I've earned one. And you, my brothers out there, you take care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.